Welcome to ASW's Tech Talk Tuesday. I'm Ben, and this time we're going to be talking about some DMX lighting control. So, DMX, maybe you've heard it, maybe you haven't. It's the control system for a lot of lighting. What is it? So DMX stands for Digital Multiplex. And so basically, what it does for us is it allows us to use a controller like this one, or maybe other ones. You got lots of hardware-based controllers like this. You also have software-based controllers. So, you have a little adapter, you plug into your computer, and then you run some software on your computer. They basically do the same thing. So what is it? How does it work? So DMX is based on what we call channel addresses. So each DMX universe is what we call a group of 512 channels. And that's what you can run off of one DMX cable to all the light fixtures. And so within each channel you have 256 bits of data. So you have 0 to 255. Basically you use that to tell a light how bright or how much color or how much strobing effect you want to have. So when you connect it, basically all you do, you connect your DMX out from your controller, you run it into your first light, and then all the lights should have a daisy chain. So then you go from the DMX out to that light to the next one. And so it daisy chains from light to light. And that way it's real easy to connect. You can just run some cables from each light. You don't have to run a cable to each light individually from your controller. And it works really well. So what happens with DMX then? So basically each light says, okay, here's what I'm going to take and here's what I'm going to do with it. So maybe it's a 4-channel light, and so the first channel is red, and then you'd have green, and then blue, and then maybe you'd have a master dimmer. And so what that would let you do is you'd say, okay, for channel 1, I'm going to turn that all the way up, so it'd be 100%, and then I'm going to leave green and blue down, and then I'm going to turn my master dimmer up. And so what that'll give us a bright red light, just like these back lights here on the wall. That's what they're getting, it's a red light. And so in the controller, it says, okay, I'm sending out those channels. So what you have to do then to separate your fixtures is you have to give each one a specific address. So we call it the starting address, or often it's just shortened, you've got what's the address of that fixture. And so you set that there. So, we'd say, okay, I want this one here to be 1. So it'd have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then say, okay, for the next slide, I'm going to start at 5. So we're going to start at 5 over here, and we'd have 5, 6, 7, and 8. And so then what you have to do is program each light for its address, its starting address, and then you have to program your console too for its starting address so that it knows, okay, this light is on this address and this light is on this address. And from there, all the different consoles, they have different ways. You've got, color effects, brightness effects that you can put on top of it, and it can automatically control each DMX channel. You got all kinds of things. You got, cue stacks where you can make different, scenes, and then you can step through them step by step. You got all kinds of functionality that's built on top of hardware controllers, but when it comes down to it, it's just a real simple, what address is it, what does it do, and how much signal am I giving it. I'm Ben Harmon. You're here with ASW's Tech Talk Tuesday. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.